What is up, guys? California Phantom. I'm here with the Master Airscrew props on the DJI Air 2S. I'm here to settle the debate, like we did with the Mavic 3, whether or not the Master Airscrew props outperform the OEM props. Let's get it. So the first leg of this test is the decibel test. Now we have the Master Airscrew props on there first. We'll test the decibel there, switch over to the OEM, and see which one has a larger or higher decibel reading. I'm gonna go ahead and set this to the maximum decibel reading, and we'll see what we can get. We've got about 71.4 decibels on this. That is the maximum decibel. It's very calm, no wind really. I don't even think we have a mile-an-hour wind. It's been pretty effective on that front. That was tested about 1.5 to 2 feet away. I'm gonna keep the exact specific distance away when testing the OEM props now. Through the magic of video, I went ahead and changed the Master Airscrew props back to the OEM, and we're gonna get a decibel reading and see how they change. Remember, this is gonna be the same height measured from the same distance as the Master Airscrews. So the final reading is 75.2 decibels. That's 75.2 decibels. It's obviously a marked increase over the Master Airscrew props. You take from that what you may, but in my opinion, the Master Airscrew propellers sound quieter. They sound like they're causing less exertion on the motors, and they do sound like they're holding up the drone at a better pace than the OEM propellers. All right, so the next phase of this will be the maximum flight time test. My intention is to bring the drone around 2 to 3%. I want to try and get it as low as possible, but in a measured, concise way. We're going to see how long the Master Airscrew can keep the drone in the air versus the OEM. All right, so freshly booted on a brand new, fully charged battery, we're going to try the OEM propellers first. I have a clock here, a metered clock. I'm going to start it the moment I lift the drone off the ground, and we're going to just compare notes between the OEM and the Master Airscrew props. All right, for the purposes of this event, we're going to do it about 5 feet off the ground, maybe 6 feet. It's about 6 feet. 5.5 feet, it's saying on the meter there. And we have it going at 18 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward it so you guys don't have to sit here for all this time, and we're going to wait till it reaches about 3%. I don't want it falling in the pool, obviously, so we're going to get it as low as I'm comfortable with in a measurable way, and then we'll try those Master Airscrews. It's actually going to automatically land in 1 second. We have 10% battery life, and it has automatically landed. It did not give me a choice to cancel. That's 25:56. It's now 58, but it's 25 minutes 56 seconds is the final. 25:56 is the final time. Let's get the Master Airscrew props in and see what we can do and see if there's any change in flight time. All right, so I'm certain I could have changed something in the settings, but for whatever reason, the critical battery warning is set at 10%, which is why it required that I landed at 10%. It didn't give me an option to cancel. So we're gonna use that instead of changing it to a lower percentage. We're gonna leave it at that 10% and see exactly what the Master Airscrew can do. Now, I did let the drone cool down just so that we don't get any impartial bias between a warm drone and a cold one. And I also used the 2 least batteries that I have. They barely had like maybe 5 charge cycles, so they're relatively brand new. I think these are going to be pretty even data, but we're about to find out here in a moment. So let's get this thing started. These are the Master Airscrew props. I have a set of red on the front and black on the back, and let's get this thing in the air. All right. I hit start the moment I took off. We are go. And let's see what we can do with these Master Airscrew props. All right, so we have 2%, 1%, it is going down. And we're gonna stop it right there at 24.19. 24.19. Now we had a 25.56 on OEM props. So clearly, even though it is quieter, even though it may seem to outperform the Master Airscrew on this attempt, which again, I'm shocked at, we have a stop time of 24 minutes, 19 seconds, which is around a minute and a half less than the OEM props. All right, the burning question as well as the Air 2S. God damn, this is hot. Should you get the Master Airscrew props? I personally believe that the Master Airscrew props outperform, even though they did not outperform the OEMs in this test. There's many variables that would affect this, like heat, like wind, like battery performance. You know, this battery that I used for this Master Airscrew may have had more charge cycles or just been in worse shape than the OEM ones. Or it could very well be that the OEM does slightly outperform the Master Airscrew. Either way, I do believe with the noise resistance and the build quality on these things, they're absolutely second to none. They are better than the OEM props, and I do recommend them for all DJI drones. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop me a comment down below letting me know if you got some Master Airscrew props for your DJI Air 2S, Mavic 3, or any other DJI platform. I know they're going to be having some Avata props soon, so look out for those, and we will catch you on the next adventure.